Picture this. You're buckled into a first-class seat, the hum of the plane's engines just starting to purr, and then Bum Sumyeon says, "I don't feel safe sitting next to her kind." That's how it began for Maya Thompson, a 17-year-old tech prodigy, sitting in seat 2A on flight 419 out of Chicago, her prototype a gadget worth millions tucked under her feet. She's not just any kid. She's headed to a Silicon Valley pitch, her ticket earned, her dreams humming louder than the jet. But those words, dripping with venom from a woman in a crisp linen blazer, they hit like a sucker punch, turning every head in the cabin. The woman, let's call her Vivian Hart, sits in 2B, her designer bag practically screaming money, her eyes cold, like she's already decided Maya's a trespasser in her world. Maya freezes not out of fear, but because she knows that look, the one that says you don't belong. She doesn't argue, doesn't snap back. Instead, she pulls out her phone, dials one number, and whispers, "Dad, it's happening." The cabin's air thickens, like it's holding its breath. Vivian smirks, thinking she's won, her voice loud enough for row 3 to hear. First class used to mean something. A guy in a suit glances over, curious. A college kid across the aisle starts recording, her phone's red light glowing like a warning. Then comes Officer Greg Dalton, Air Marshal, striding down the aisle like he owns the plane. His badge glints, his jaw set, and he doesn't even look at Maya before barking, "ID now." Vivian leans back, smug, like she's directing a play. But Maya's dad, Marcus Thompson, isn't just any dot as the guy whose company, Apex Systems, keeps this airline's entire network running. His voice booms through the phone's speaker. "This is Marcus Thompson. Who's harassing my daughter?" The cabin gasps. Phones tilt higher, catching every word. Dalton scoffs. "This is a federal matter, sir. Stay out of it." But Marcus isn't backing down. "You're targeting a ticketed passenger based on one woman's bias. That's not security, it's prejudice." Maya sits still, her heart pounding but her face calm, like she's holding a grenade. She murmurs, 2 minutes, then it flips. Vivian laughs, sharp and brittle. Empty threats from a kid. But Maya's eyes lock on her, steady as stone. "It's not about the seat, lady. It's about dignity, and you just threw yours out the window." The tension's electric now, every passenger leaning in, phones up, whispers buzzing. A flight attendant, Sarah, steps forward, her voice firm. "Officer, her ticket's valid. This is out of line." Dalton snaps, "Stay out of it, Missy." But Sarah doesn't budge, her laminated rulebook held like a shield. Then Marcus's voice cuts through again. "Officer Dalton, you've got 90 seconds before you tank your career." The Marshal sneers, hand grazing his holster, but the camaraderie everywhere, pinning him in place. Suddenly, the cockpit door cracks open, and Captain Tom Reynolds steps out, looking like he'd rather be anywhere else. Marcus doesn't miss a beat. "Captain, you're letting this happen. Fix it, or this plane doesn't move." Vivian rolls her eyes, muttering, "Ridiculous, delaying us for her." But Maya just says, "You're wrong. I'm not nobody." Then it happens, the captain's phone rings. It's Elena Cruz, the airline CEO, her voice sharp through the line. "Flight 419 is grounded. Do not touch, Miss Thompson." Dalton's face drains of color. Vivian's smirk vanishes. Sarah nods, vindicated. Elena's orders are clear. "Dalton, stand down. Ground team's coming." The cabin erupts in murmurs, passengers whispering. Did he just ground the whole flight? Maya sits, unshaken, as Elena herself arrives, her heels clicking like a gavel. She looks at Maya, voice low. "Miss Thompson, I'm sorry. This should never have happened." Then she turns to Dalton. "You're done." To Vivian, "You're banned. Expect a lawsuit." The cabin cheers, soft but real. Vivian's escorted off, her face blotchy with rage, her status crumbling. Dalton slumps, badge useless now. Captain Reynolds is reassigned to cargo runs, his silence costing him everything. Maya? She's flown to San Francisco on a private jet, her prototype safe, her dignity fiercer than ever. Months later, Apex Systems rewrites airline contracts, adding anti-bias clauses that ripple across industries. Maya's story goes viral, sparking scholarships, TED Talks, and a movement. She didn't just win a seat, she rewrote the rules. But here's the thing, not everyone has a Marcus Thompson to call. Most people face these battles alone, No cameras, no CEO to step in. That's why this hits hard. Have you ever seen someone judged unfairly and stayed quiet? Felt that sting yourself? Drop a comment, tell me your story. Was Maya right to stand her ground? Was Vivian just scared, or was it something uglier? Hit that like button if this moved you. Share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe to catch more stories where courage flips the script. Because silence lets injustice hide, but speaking up? That's where the real power starts.